all aboard for your chance to win $1,000 every week until December 28th. That's right, $1,000 cash just in time for the holidays. To hop on board, just head to churchillmortgage.com and punch your ticket to the Churchill Express giveaway. Visit churchillmortgage.com for your chance to win big.
This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Equal housing lender. 1749 Mallory Lane, Suite 100, Brentwood, Tennessee 37027.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Well, hello, my paranormal peeps. Welcome to the new Paranormal News Podcast. So I was looking for a fifth podcast. We have the Anything Goes podcast, where we talk about anything paranormal, mainly about cases, usually ghosts, that we're working on. We have the Amanda's Ghost Stories, which she tries to do every Wednesday. She's been taking a break. Oh, hey, let me put myself on screen here. There we go. All right. We have the Cryptids Only podcast now, and I know Bigfoot's a cryptid, but we have the Bigfoot Only podcast because people seem to like me to only talk about Bigfoots. So this will be our fifth podcast. The Paranormal News Podcast will be just me kind of going through different articles and looking to see what cool things I can find on the internet about paranormal news. If you guys would like to share a video with us and have us take a look at it, share your findings. If you're a paranormal team, we'll give you credit and stuff like that. If you'd like to come on, be a guest, and talk about the experience you had at whatever location, like I said, feel free to contact us. I will put my email address and my phone number down below in the link below. If you want to scroll down, I'll show you that in just a second here. All right. So if you're watching on a YouTube channel, you can just leave a comment. If you're on a Rumble channel, you can just leave a comment. We don't really put these longer podcasts on TikTok. All right. So let's start with this. Let me share my screen with you guys. If I can figure out. Here we go. I think this is it. Okay. Yeah. Let me start from the beginning. Oh, let me come back here. So a lady named Sharon. Hold on a second. Getting lots of messages here. Let me turn my phone to quiet mode so it doesn't sit there and scream at me the whole time. All right, let me see. I can't give out her full name, but a lady named Sharon was nice enough to buy us a coffee the other day. I just want to give her a shout out and thank you guys so much for all your support. When you guys can donate to the channel, it really helps us. Even if you just buy us one, it all adds up. Essentially, they're $3 a donation, and this just helps us continue to grow and supports our channel. We're always trying to upgrade our gear. We're in the process of trying to get a heavy duty, like commercial video camera. So that's why our goal is set at $2,000. Amanda and I will probably fit the rest of the bill for that. They are not cheap. They range from like $2,000 or $3,000 all the way up to hundreds of thousands of dollars, which we probably won't do unless we win the lottery or get picked up by a TV show. All right. So if you're a TV network, and you're looking for a show, my wife and I are available. Just putting that out there. Okay. So let's go here. All right. So I have not really gone through these yet. What I'm going to do is kind of read them to you guys. If you're listening on the podcast, you're welcome to come over to a YouTube or Rumble channel and take a look at this. So there's a viral video of a parked motorcycle moving on its own and intrigues Needsons. It says nobody would have believed it had it been captured on camera, wrote one Twitter user sharing the footage. So let me go down here. If you're watching this, we'll go down here. I want to make sure this is blown up so we can actually see it. Okay. All right. So this is the video. We're watching the bikes. We want to see if they'll move on their own. Oh, wow. Huh. That's interesting. And that's the last of it. For those of you who'd like to see a replay, let me rewind this. We'll play it again. Watch the bike right in the middle here. Top right corner. So what happens is this looks like a maybe just a residence or something. And this person's motorcycle is parked next to their house, and essentially it does like a half moon, moves on its own and then stops. Now let me make this smaller. I don't know if I really believe that. Let's go back and watch that one more time because I want you guys to see something. Let me blow this back up. All right, so I'm going to replay this if I can get to replay. Okay, so it's the bike's just sitting there for the first, 10, 15 seconds. Now, if you watch up here, there seems to be some kind of maybe CGI or maybe it's a ghost. I don't know. Let me keep playing this. Watch that area if you're watching this video. It seems like somebody may see how it gets blurry right here. Now, either this right here is an actual ghost or it's a person who's kind of trying to blur themselves out of the image. But you can definitely see there's a outline. Here's the head, here's the shoulders. And it looks like the arm is down around this side of the bike. Other hand, I don't know where the other hand is. You can't see it. And it looks like this person's standing. Oh, I can see it now. Yeah, this is the head. This is the shoulder area. It looks like an arm comes down this way. Maybe an arm on the other side. I can't see it. And then you can kind of see a leg. Like somebody's straddling the bike. And as it goes, this area continues to blur out. But you can kind of see what looks like a person. And what's interesting is this is all above the bike here, seems to all be blurred. Now, that could be several things. That could be camera issues. That could be lens flare. That could be somebody trying to manipulate the video. Or it could actually be a possible paranormal thing. If you want to watch the video, you're welcome to come over and watch this. I will tell you where to find this in just a second, and then the bike falls over. Okay, so let me give credit to this person. This is on Twitter, and this is Amber Logical, AMBEROLOGICAL. It's Amber Zayad. Excuse me, Miss Amber. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. But essentially, she put this video up here, and then this is the ndtv.com. It says offbeat viral video of parked motorcycle moving on its own. So you guys can come look this up. I just typed in paranormal news, but you're welcome to go here on Twitter. It's all over Twitter. And let's watch this one and see if it's any better, any clearer. Maybe we see something different. This one's a little bit. The video's a little clearer on this one. See how the video goes from clear. We'll see if it gets blurry here in a second when the bike starts to move. Yeah, see how it gets blurry? And you kind of see an outline of what looks like a person. That's a little suspect to me. But you never know. People are always looking for attention and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's real or not. you guys got to make up your own mind on this and decide whether you want to come out here and take a look at this. Again, it's on Twitter. It's just under viral video of parked motorcycle moving on its own, intrigues newsians. All right, I apologize if I butchered that name. All right, here's another one. If you're into ghosts, this says mysterious pale figure caught on CCTV, which means basically closed caption TV, which is basically a video camera. Usually it's night vision. Okay, it says it sparks debate among paranormal enthusiasts. The 33-second video shows a pale, human-like figure. It appears lanky and hunched over near the back garden of a home. And you can kind of see the picture of what it looks like. This is probably just a screen capture here. Let's go down here. Let's read this. It says a video of a mysterious pale figure is near a home in the United States is gaining traction on social media. The video has been caught on CCTV installed in the area and posted by Twitter by Paranormal Magazine. Paranormality Magazine. The accompanying tweet text says that the video was shot near Moorhead in Kentucky. The video has sparked a debate among paranormal enthusiasts around the world as to what it could be. The image resembles the human-like figure that caused a lot of destruction in the movie Spectral. The 33 seconds, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I've already read that. Let's watch this video. Let's blow this up. Again, the camera's moving, which is strange. Maybe somebody's videotaping this from a window. Yeah, this has got to be somebody's cell phone. It's pretty grainy.
You see his face clearly. Right there.
Now, okay, let's talk about this one too. If a person were in an all-white suit or one of those spandex, full body outfits, they might kind of look like this a little bit. Let's rewatch this for you guys to see one more time. Again, the quality of the video is very poor, very grainy. So you can see the lens flare over here on the left. It could be making, if this is infrared, infrared makes things that are one color look another color.
You see his face clearly. Right there.
Okay. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I will leave the links below to these channels so you guys can come on here and see what I saw. It says in the audio clip, a person is heard saying you can clearly see the face. I don't clearly see the face, but maybe they could. I mean, if they could visually see it, who knows? The clip shared with the caption, here's a video of the pale creature caught on a security cam near Moorhead, Kentucky on July 9th, has amassed 500,000 views. Several Twitter users are intrigued by the video and discuss what the figure could be. It says the question I have is infrared, because the pale creature would actually be dark in color, dude in black suit, and showing up white in this case. I know it's not your video, but the things like this can reveal a lot of missed detail a user commented. So basically, they're saying that it looks like a person in a suit. That's kind of my take, maybe. Probably not done on purpose. Maybe somebody hoaxed this. I don't know. Problem with hoaxes is that it gets out there and then, later on and it gets admitted to be a hoax. And then essentially, it just makes us all of us in the paranormal field look like idiots and basically discredits us. So I hate to see anything that is a hoax put out there, especially if it's a good one and people really fall for it. And then people that really know what they're doing in that, whatever the field is, look at it and go, nope, it's this or it's that. So my opinion is it's a cool video. I don't know for sure if it's real or not. Who knows? You guys got to make up your own minds. It's like I always say, you have to have an encounter where you can't say it can't be anything. Let me try that again. You have to have an encounter where you could say it can't be anything else but. And like I said, in this case, it's a ghost, supposedly a ghost. You can put whatever in there. UFO, a dogman, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever, demon, whatever it is, you have to have your own opinions. All right. Okay. This one's crazy. So it says parallel universe or mirage. Floating city appears in Chinese skies. And I'll talk more about that in a second. It says thousands of Chinese citizens in the area of Foshan and Genetics. I apologize, I'm butchering these names. Noticed a mysterious city floating in the clouds for a couple minutes before completely disappearing from sight. The skyline appeared to have cleared.
All aboard for your chance to win $1,000 every week until December 28th. That's right, $1,000 cash just in time for the holidays. To hop on board, just head to churchillmortgage.com and punch your ticket to the Churchill Express giveaway. Visit churchillmortgage.com for your chance to win big.
This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Equal housing lender. 1749 Mallory Lane, Suite 100, Brentwood, Tennessee 37027.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
The skyline appeared to have a clear cityscape with towering skyscrapers, a sight that bewildered many. Hold on a second. I'm going to take a sip of soda here. Okay. Maybe that'll help. A resident managed to capture an anomaly on camera. The video with over 4.1 million views on YouTube was posted on October 13th and has caused quite the stir on social media. While some suggest the apparition proves the existence of a parallel universe, others contend that it was the result of a Project Bluebeam test, a conspiracy theory that claims that NASA is attempting to implement a new age religion. So that's kind of what I've heard recently. It's just, I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole. If you guys want to have me talk about that, we'll take that over to the survival channel, the Deep Woods Survival channel, and we'll do a podcast maybe on Project Bluebeam because it's basically its own thing. I don't really think it's paranormal nature, so I don't really want to talk about it over here. Okay. All right, so let's cruise down here. Let's take a look at this. Looks like we got some kind of ad. Oh, maybe this is the start of their video. Okay.
Mysterious and bizarre apparition. has appeared over the skies of Foshan, in China. The footage, which was recorded by a local resident, appears to show a huge city floating in the clouds. The apparition, which was witnessed by hundreds of shocked local residents, only lasted a few minutes before completely disappearing. Local news and meteorological experts, who reported on the event, claim the phenomena was a fata morgana or mirage, very similar to the one that occurred above a river, in East China, in 2011. However, others have theorized that this mysterious apparition was possibly the result of a Project Bluebeam test, or perhaps was a temporal vortex, a possible parallel universe, materializing briefly into our own reality. Until further reports and footage are released, we can only speculate at what this bizarre phenomenon actually was. But it is possible, considering China's technological achievements, that a top-secret holographic technology was tested over a heavily populated city, in an effort to gauge the general public's reaction.
Okay. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't know if that's real or fake. There's been a lot of strange things in the skies lately. This kind of goes down into several different sections. Conspiracy theory: was it aliens? Is it the governments of the world? Is it something holy? Again, you really have to make up your own mind on what it is. Was it a hoax? Or was it real? Was it even real? What did people get on camera? So you guys have to choose whether you believe that or not. Okay, let's move on to the next couple. Okay. So this says ghost hunter snaps child's face during paranormal investigation in haunted fort. A Maddistone based paranormal investigation group were sent the image. Okay. It says photo credit to Colin Waterman. All right, so a team of spirit seekers from Hunters Tours took a group of ghost enthusiasts into tunnels underground in the dead of night, and Colin Waterman was astonished to catch the image on camera. Ghost hunters caught a child's face, blah, blah, blah. The image emerged after they spent the night in Fort Horsted, which is known for its apparitions. A team of spirit seekers from Hunters Tours, a paranormal investigation group, took a group of blah, blah. This keeps repeating itself. They had only torches to light the way, which is basically a flashlight. All agreed they heard something shuffling down a dark alleyway. Colleen Waterman managed to catch the image on camera. In Fort Rochester, Kent. Let's see. So it says that they did a Ouija board. They called out to see if there was any spirits in the area, and a little child came through on the board. All right, so you guys know my feeling on Ouija boards. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're good. But you got to be severely careful when you play with these. I do see what looks like a face, and I do see what looks like possibly a hand. This face looks like it has all solid black eyes, which means that it was probably some kind of a demon that came through and showed up on their camera. I can't say it enough. You guys got to be so careful if you're going out to do research. I understand you want to have fun and stuff like that, but be severely careful what you ask for, because sometimes other things come through pretending to be things they're not, and it happens a lot. I've seen several paranormal teams just implode because somebody gets attacked, and then basically they get messed with, and then they get haunted by that negative energy, or entity, I should say. And then basically they disappear from the group, and then the group tries to find them, figure out what's going on, and then I've even heard of someone committing suicide a couple days after going on an investigation, and that was enough to just destroy the group. Didn't happen to us, happened to another group when we lived in California. I tried to assist that person, but by the time I got to them, they had already committed suicide. So, one of those things. Unfortunately, I have a few stories like that. I don't want to get them to them on here. But anyways, all right, let's move on. Again, whenever you're playing with the Ouija board, just please make sure you open the right way and close the right way. You say, I only want to communicate with the ghosts that are in the area. I don't want anything negative coming through. You're not allowed to come through. Whether you're religious or not, you can say a prayer. Just make sure that you open the board the correct way, and then make sure when you're done, you go to that goodbye section. So you basically slam that door shut. You don't want to open up some kind of paranormal whatever in that area, or even have things follow you home, which I've also heard of too. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, so this is not really kind of news, but I thought this was interesting. I think a lot of people will enjoy this. So this is the 11 most haunted places in the U.S. A former sanctuary, a well-known lighthouse, to a battlefield from America's Civil War. Here are the most haunted places in the United States. So some of these I've been to, some I haven't. Let's see. Let's start here. You don't need to believe in ghosts to enjoy ghost stories about some of the most famous haunted places. The tales have grown over generations around reputably haunted houses can take on a fantastic life of their own in folklore and in stories that surround a place can influence our experience at them. It takes a play. All it takes is a creepy place, a touch of imagination, and a glimpse of something unexpected only half seen. So prepare to suspend your disbelief for this countdown of histories of 11. Let me try that again. So prepare to suspend your disbelief for this countdown of the histories of 11 the most haunted places in the United States. I'm sorry, that was just written weird. All right, so we'll talk about this really quickly. I'm trying to keep these podcasts, around a half an hour shorter. Lately, I've been going pretty crazy with them. So this is the Waverly Hills Sanatorium. This is out in, I believe, in Tennessee. It says this grim bat-winged building is the archetype of the haunted hospital or insane asylum. So if you're reading this, I may have mispronounced that word. Just bear with me. The first hospital on this windswept hill on the edge of Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, it's in Kentucky, excuse me, not Tennessee. Was built around the 1910 to treat victims of white plague or tuberculosis that was ravaging the country. At the time, there was no known cure for the disease and was often fatal. In some cases, doctors tried experimental methods to help ease symptoms, and stories emerge of illicit medical experiments in which the cure often proved as fatal as the disease. Certainly, the sanatorium was the scene of many deaths over the years. Although claims of more than 60,000 patients died here are exaggerated, according to the surviving records from the hospital. Historians say that the real number was closer to 8,000, with a total of 154 deaths in 1945, the worst year of the epidemic. So this is a really cool place. I'm sure if you watch the ghost hunting shows, you've seen them investigate this place. There's a lot of really cool, creepy spots in this location. Place I'd like to go in the future. Maybe we'll do, if we ever get out there, I would love to do a podcast from there. All right, so let's see the New Jersey Pine Barrens. So basically, this is in New Jersey. This is where the Jersey Devil supposedly is. I'm not going to get into that because it's a cryptid creature. We'll talk about that in the Cryptid Paranormal Podcast, probably, because I just love the story of the Jersey Devil. All right, Savannah, Georgia. Now I have been here. I haven't investigated anything in this area, but we definitely stopped there for lunch, and we basically had some cool experiences. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but it's said to be one of the most haunted cities in the United States. Has lots of ghost tours, and basically they've had a lot of paranormal activity. Just because the city is so old, it's got a lot of interesting things going on. All right, let's talk about the White House. The White House is very famously haunted. If you didn't know, there's lots of stories of different, basically different people that have been there returning to the house. This says Abigail Adams has been seen. The ghost of the third president, Thomas Jefferson, has been heard playing the violin in the Yellow Oval Room. The ghost of the seventh president, Andrew Jackson, is said to have been seen lying on his own old bed, while the sound of the guttural laughing, has also been reported, included by the First Lady, Mary Todd Lincoln. The ninth president, William Henry Harrison. I'm sorry, my allergies are going absolutely nuts. So my nose is causing things to sound different than they should. He is said to haunt the attic at the White House. The 10th president, John Tyler, is said to haunt the Blue Room.
All aboard for your chance to win $1,000 every week until December 28th. That's right, $1,000 cash just in time for the holidays. To hop on board, just head to churchillmortgage.com and punch your ticket to the Churchill Express giveaway. Visit churchillmortgage.com for your chance to win big.
This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Equal housing lender. 1749 Mallory Lane, Suite 100, Brentwood, Tennessee 37027.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Many of the ghostless sightings and events revolve around Abraham Lincoln. He was the 16th president. Let's see. It says that has been reported so many times that the phrase Lincoln's ghost had become well known. Some of the most famous. So the Prime Minister Winston Churchill, who was spending a light night at the Lincoln bedroom, he claimed to have just climbed out of the bath when he encountered Lincoln's ghost leaning on the mantelpiece above the fireplace. So basically, he was just leaning against the mantel. Let's see. Let me just read through this really quick. Okay. So the Whaley House. Yeah, the Whaley House is said to be haunted. I've had a couple experiences there. Basically, it says the Whaley House in San Diego, the most haunted house in America. I don't really believe that. It says the house is built on the site of a former graveyard and gallows. Over the years, it has had has served as a family home, the grain store, the San Diego County Courthouse, the city's first commercial theater, a ballroom, a billiard hall, and a school. It opened as a museum in 1960s. Here we go. The oldest resident ghost at the Whaley House is said to be the convicted robber Yankee Jim Robinson, who was hung in 1952 from gallows that stood on the property before the house was built. Now, I've come across Yankee Jim. I was walking up the stairs, he literally jumped on my back and would not get off of me. And I just felt like somebody was like piggybacking me. It was weird. And I got to the top of the stairs and I was looking around. I'm like, okay, whoever this is, you need to get off me. I guess he wasn't happy that I was investigating the house. I don't know. But a friend of mine was able to basically tell him he needed to leave. And that was into that. But, okay, so Yankee Jim, the reason supposedly he haunts the Whaley House, and this is what I've heard, when they hung him, he was tall. And unfortunately, when they pulled whatever out from underneath him and he began to hang, his toes could touch the ground. And so supposedly he hung there for hours and hours and hours until he finally succumbed and just was able to basically perish. So, yeah, Yankee Jim is a very I don't want to say that word, upset spirit, and he has every right to be. I mean, he wasn't the greatest guy, but the way he perished and the way they just let him, sit there and suffocate little by little, and the length of time it took him to actually move on, die. That's just, that's ridiculous. So they should have helped him or whatever. All right. This is Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. I've actually never heard of this place. Okay, this small cemetery is in a forest on the outskirts of Chicago and has earned a reputation as the most haunted graveyard in the United States, thanks to more than 100 documented sightings of ghosts, strange lights, and other suggestive supernatural episodes. It says during the 1950s, after an outbreak of vandalism at the remote site, several people claimed to have seen an entire phantom farmhouse shimmering above the graveyard, which receded as they approached it. Others say they have seen the ghost of a farmer and his plow horse who died when they were dragged to their death by death in a nearby pond. Huh. So that's interesting. Some people driving on the roads into the cemetery at night have reported encounters with a phantom 1940s gangster-style car that appears on the road in front of them before turning off the road and disappearing. Others claim to have crashed into the phantom car at a sharp curve in the road, but after the shock had passed, there was no damage to their car and no other car. All right, so I'm not going to read every little bit of this. Like I said, I'll put the links in the description below, and if you guys want to go through and read them all, you're welcome to. The Stanley Hotel in Colorado. This place is crazy. I mean, if you've seen The Shining, you basically know all about this hotel. It was, where Edgar Allan Poe came to write, and a lot of other famous people have been here. If you've seen the ghost shows, you know all about this place. It's said to be very, very haunted. And there's also, in the forest behind it, there's possibly Bigfoots. All right. New England's covered bridges. So basically, I've been to New England, and the bridges out there, especially at night, get really creepy. It gets very foggy up there sometimes at night, and it has a creepy feeling as you kind of walk across it. Amanda and I were down there, and we were just kind of walking across one, and it almost sounded like somebody was walking with us. It was weird. So, anyways, that's that. New Orleans. Amanda and I've told stories about New Orleans. We stayed in that hotel that used to be the old opera house, and I'm not going to get into too much detail because if you want to hear more about that, you can go back and listen to that podcast on the Anything Goes podcast. Bear with me, I'm trying to keep my mouth a little bit moist. But New Orleans is said to be one of the most haunted places in the United States, if not the world. Almost every building has some kind of specter, or ghost or haunting to it. Just a lot of paranormal activity going on in this place. I would love to go spend like a month there and just go from building to building to building, investigating some of these places. Gettysburg, yes. This is basically the largest and deadliest battle of the United States Civil War that took place in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania in 1863. More than 8,000 combatants were killed at Gettysburg, and in the years since the bloodiest battle, uncommon number of ghost stories have been linked to events and personality on the battlefield. So Gettysburg, I mean, I've seen a lot of evidence of activity. I mean, you can sometimes hear guns, like cannons being fired, or gunshots. And sometimes people see like groups of military men from that period walking around in formation. Sometimes they see them in the forested areas down there. I've been to Gettysburg. I was, of course, it was during the day on a family trip, and I didn't get to do any investigation. Unfortunately, we were only there for about half an hour. We went to the museum, but it was a cool place. I would like to go back to Gettysburg. Again, another place I wouldn't mind spending a couple of weeks at, just continually doing evidence every night, trying to gain evidence every night, and see if we can experience anything ourselves. So, St. Augustine Lighthouse. Now, this has been seen on so many different paranormal shows. This is on my bucket list as well of a place I want to go. So definitely want to go check this place out. It's been on Ghost Hunters a couple times. I'm sure it's been on the other ghost shows. But it just basically, it goes back to the theory I have of light keepers being so devoted to keeping the lighthouses working and stuff like that, that they don't really ever leave. Maybe their spirit passes on, but a part of them, even if it's just residual, and by residual, I mean just like a replay in history, that energy stays there. They put a lot of time, a lot of hard work into making sure that those lighthouses stayed working, and a lot of the times, sometimes they died doing that job. So lighthouses to me are always amazing. This is one of the most haunted lighthouses I know of. Again, on my bucket list. Let's see if there's anything else. Nope. Okay, let's go to the last one. All right. So, for you alien lovers. All right. It says Arizona man selling ranch for $5 million due to constant alien attacks. Okay. So, John Evans claims he contends with the paranormal activity on regularity at the Stardust Ranch. So this is a YouTube video. We're going to pop this open. We're going to watch this video real quick.
We moved in.
Let me restart this.
Down a lonely desert road sits the Stardust Ranch. Almost immediately from the day we moved in, we began to have strange experiences. John Edmonds and his wife purchased the property in 1995 with hopes of it being a peaceful place to operate their Hopeful Hooves horse rescue and live in the country. This ranch has been just about anything except that. John first started seeing mysterious lights in the sky, followed by orange orbs. That's when the uninvited guests arrived.
Literally gray aliens that attacked animals. They were in the house.
John recalls one unforgettable experience involving gray aliens attacking his wife.
Actually levitated her out of the bed in the master chamber, out into the parking lot, and tried to draw her up into a crest.
Gail Chasen claims to have been visited by extraterrestrial life since she was 4 years old. She recently moved into the Stardust Ranch and has had a positive experience.
I had liver cancer last year. When I started to get better, I wanted to come here to heal completely. I'm stronger than I've ever been.
It's a mixed bag. It's not something that is going to be for a traditional family, but it also holds a lot of secrets. It holds a lot of what I believe are future opportunities to understand forces that are in the universe.
The working ranch sits on 10 acres of desert land. The home features 3,500 square feet of living space and a large swimming pool. It also comes with a guest house, a separate studio, and a hay barn. The property can accommodate up to 20 horses, but John has a warning for anyone interested.
Please be very well grounded, because the energy here has a tendency to manifest whatever's going on in you.
Brandon Hamilton, 12 News.
Okay, so again, I'll give credit to this. It says Jen Snuggle Global News. I'll give credit to these guys in my credit in the God, I can't talk. In the description below, both in the YouTube channel and then also on the audio podcast if you're listening to this. So there's Skinwalker Ranch out in this area. There's what is it called? Frog something Ranch too. And all these areas seem to have like paranormal activity going on. And they're all kind of clustered in one certain area. A lot of people see what are called skinwalkers, which are basically just supposedly Indians that can change, that have passed away. Usually a medicine man or something like that, where they can change from a human-looking figure to a wolf, like a coyote, like not a coyote, a werewolf-like creature. And so who knows if that's real or not, but let me put you guys back. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this paranormal news podcast. If it gets a lot of views, what I'll do is I'll continue to do this. I will be reviewing other people's videos. This is something I want to do for a long time. And like I said, if you are listening to audio podcast, you're welcome to come over here to our YouTube channel or onto our Rumble channel, and you'll be able to watch it over here. So thank you guys for listening and watching. We appreciate your support. If you want to buy us a coffee, links below. It just helps us out. If you'll do me a favor, if you're on a YouTube channel or any channel that allows you to subscribe, please subscribe. Hit that like button or heart button or whatever is down there. And basically make sure you hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel. We're going to be putting out a lot more content this year. That's something that we've been working on. And the Deep Woods Productions is going to get going full steam ahead here in the next couple of months, I think. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys. And we will catch you on the next one.